Great Friday morning. How are you all doing? It's been a while since I've did this in, one of our vehicles or whatever went live. But I hope you all are having an amazing Friday. I thank God because I was like, God, please let me get to where I need to be. I cannot stand being live and driving and distracted. I don't like that at all. So I like to be stationary so that way I can really, you know what I'm saying, just really be into what it is that God has for me to say on today. Now, today's topic is husbands. Just because she a strong woman doesn't mean that she do not need you sign your wife. This is Keep It Real Friday. And so I'm going to keep it real. So some things may be said, I don't know, that you may find offensive, but I just desire for you to find the truth in it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that it's something that you can chew on, for lack of a better word. Anywho, let me go ahead and get into it. It really irritates me why it is. It really irritates me when people expect women to be strong. You know what I'm saying? And then when they are strong, they get a bad rap. So it's either like you danged if you do, you danged if you don't. If you're a strong woman, continue to be a strong woman. I'm going to talk about things from different angles, males and females. Y'all know how I do. But let me start off. Being a strong woman, I can definitely understand what it is that I'm about to say. And like I always say, that's why I can speak on it. Now, I can't stand for a man. Let me say it. Let me just keep it real. I'm trying to sugarcoat it, but let me keep it real. I can't stand for a man. You get played by a sorry woman. Okay, you get played by her. She uses you for whatever it is. Good morning, Miss Miko. Whatever little hidden agenda that she has, and you get mad about it. But you love the fact that, I'm not gonna say weak because that sounds kind of harsh, but you love the fact that she is so dependent on you, but you know she is toxic for you. Let me say it like that. So she's a sorry woman. You know what I'm saying? And we have those. And I'm not going to pretend like they do not exist, because you do have women that just can get involved with men for their own personal agenda. However, you get played, you get used, and then you end up with a woman who you are attracted to her because of her strength. Oh my God, she is so strong. She is so beautiful. She handles her business. She has her own. She may even be a single mother. And then it bothers you that she's so strong. It bothers you that she's so independent. You may even have the nerves out of your mouth to compare her to the last sorry, no good woman that you was with that used you. Well, at least with her, she needed me. But she was sorry. Good morning, Cassandra. She was toxic. She was no good for you. Everybody tried to tell you that. But the fact that she was needy, even though she was playing you for personal gain, is what you were attracted to. However, when you realize you got played, you left her, and then you end up marrying a strong woman. But what you do is because you don't know how to work with that woman's strength. And please keep in mind, ladies, I'm coming for y'all too. You know what I'm saying? I always do equal. So I don't want the men to be feeling some kind of way like this is a man bashing session. It is not. Okay. So know that. And I pray that y'all know that about me. However, you married this strong woman, but you don't know how to deal with her strength. And so what you do is, instead of getting to learn how to deal with her strength and accepting her independence and, her being strong, not to say she's independent where she act like she's a single woman. I'm not talking about that anyway. I don't even know why I'm explaining this. Going to go over some people's heads, however, especially people who complain about everything. But you married this woman because she is independent. You realize she is totally opposite from that which you got hoodwinked by in the first place. But instead of learning how to deal with the strong, independent, beautiful queen that you have married, what you do is you feel some kind of way in yourself and you start to belittle and put her down, and you just want to break her down. You say things to hurt her feelings because you want to see if she's going to break. Now, see, the word of God says in the New Testament for the husbands to love his wife as Christ loved the church and gave his life for it. So why would you want to break that queen down? But it was her strength that attracted you in the first place. I'm just asking, why would you want to break her down rather than learn how to, deal with her strength, how to see how her strength adds to you all's marriage? See, with this strong woman, you don't have to worry about anything, baby, because she knows how to keep things in order. She knows how to be like a Proverbs 31 woman. If you read the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, the whole thing, I advise you to read it in the Message. It's plain day. Reading the KJV if understand that, but read it in the Message. That's the type of woman that you desire to be with. Somebody that was going to help you build. You got her, but yet and still you break her down and you want to see her cry and be needy and all this stuff on you. But guess what? She wasn't like that when you married her. Now, I don't understand that, and it irritates me. So, sir, why are you not man enough, husband, to learn how to deal with this independent with the strong woman in whom you were married and you were attracted to? I can't stand a man that you were attracted to her strength. You love the fact that she could handle her own. You love the fact that she was doing it all by herself. She was that single parent all by herself. But then that's the very thing that you hate about her. Now, some may say, Shan, well, hate is a strong word. I'm just going to keep it real. That's the main thing that you argue about. The fact that she don't lean and need you for anything. You can't stand it. Because when I was with Lori or when I was with Jackie, this is how they was. You would even throw it up in her face. So basically what you're saying is that you miss being with the weak woman who uses and abuses you. That's what you're saying. So I'm going to ask you something, sir. What is it that you want? If you were attracted to her beauty and her strength, then why would you tear her down with your mouth? What do you want? Do you want that weak woman that's going to use you, or you want that strong woman that you can build with? That sounds diagnosable. So I would say the diagnosis, but then I don't want to offend anybody who's actually diagnosed with the diagnosis. But just know, y'all can go ahead and put it out there what you think that diagnosis is, but it sounds diagnosable. Let me go ahead and switch over to the strong women. Let me holler at you. Especially the strong, independent women, because I get this all the time about you're strong, you're a single mom, you've been praying for this amazing man that God has for you. But Shan, I must admit, when God blesses me with this strong man, I struggle. I struggle because I've been strong for so long. I've been independent, taking care and doing for myself so long. I don't know how to allow him to love me. So that's a struggle that we have, especially us single mothers. And the reason why I say us, because you all know I was a single mom as well. And that was my struggle, because I was sitting up here like, when is he going to hurt me? When are you going to say the wrong thing? When are you going up and leave me like the rest of them? Because see, one thing that I realize about our strength, the things that we have been through is what makes us who we are today. And that's strong. Okay. So I apologize. I'm in a place where the signal strength is not that good. Good morning, Cousin Kim. But like I was saying, sometimes that right there can be the very fall of us, because we don't know how to depend on, a man, especially when we've had men hurt us so much. And then you add the fact that you are a single mother. So you're being very protective of your child/children, which we should be. You know what I'm saying? Don't just let every man come in and out your life. And I'm not trying to say anything about women who do this, but baby, that's a weak move. Protect your children. That's what we're supposed to do as single, strong mothers. We're not supposed to be auditioning man and then our children fall in love with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, because the door is going like this. It's swaying back and forth. And every time it sways, it's a new man coming in the door, and your children don't. I get off of that. However, let me keep it pushing. So I encourage you, if you are a strong woman and you're praying for God to send you who he has for you, you know what I'm saying? Know that this may be a struggle that you deal with, but don't come against your husband when you do get married, because you do not know how to remain strong, but allow your strength to now be used in an amazing way when it comes to your marriage. So what you don't want to do is push away a good man because you don't know how to, you know what I'm saying, taper that strength for, and I'm not saying lose it. By no means. No, I'm not saying that. I'm a strong woman still to this day. You know what I'm saying? In my marriage. What I'm saying is learn how to use it for the benefit, like that Proverbs 31 woman in your marriage. Okay. And so now let me flip on over to to something else too when it comes to strong women. This is what I need you to understand. Number one, don't ever let a man, okay? I don't care if it is your husband, and I'm not trying to cause division. Don't ever let a man make you feel some kind of way because you're a strong woman, okay? Ever. No. Because that is what 9 times out of 10 attracted that joker to you. All right. Don't ever, because I remember, you know what I'm saying, in my marriage, before my husband told me, I just need you to need me. When he said that, that thing broke me down. And I told y'all that like a fraction. But don't ever let a man degrade and belittle you because you are a strong woman. Even if it is your husband, I encourage you to pray and seek God. Good morning, Tasha. And pray to God that he shows you how to remain strong, because that's an asset that you're going to need in your marriage. And I can really speak to that being a military spouse. You know, you got to be strong. You have to be able to know, okay, my husband can be called to this deployment or have to go to the field. And guess what? You got to woman up, still maintain the house, carry on with your head held high and deal with these children and don't skip a beat. That requires strength, you know, and so that's why it's not good to let somebody talk you down, and you know, especially a man that you don't know how to deal with a strong woman, but you're sitting up here trying to tear this lady down. Now let me go ahead and keep pushing for us strong women, strong wives, and everything like that, right? Now baby, just like sis, just like I was just talking to the husbands, you gotta, I was about to say the diagnosis. You could be diagnosable in some too. And let me tell you what it is. I'm not gonna tell you what the diagnosis is, y'all can guess, like I said, but when you are strong and you get upset, do not tell your husband and throw up in his face your strength. And this is what it sounds like. Oh, I don't need you. You know that, right? I don't need you. You know that I came into this marriage and I was strong before you. So, baby, you best believe if something happened to us, I mean, that may be factual. You'll be able to hold it down. But, baby, let me tell you something. You can't use your strength to buck up against your husband and make him, you know, a weak man because you don't know how to deal with your strength. Okay? Because what you're going to do is chase away a good man, boo. That's what you're going to do. Listen to your girl. I've been here. You see what I'm saying? And so I can't stand when you are a strong woman, a strong wife, and you sit up here and you say, oh, yeah, y'all know some of these. Oh, yeah, I just want me a good man. It's hard sitting up here dealing with these kids by myself. If I had somebody I could live life with and do, and you saying all these things, but then God bless you, and then you turn around and you sit up here talking trash, talking about, I don't need you, joker. I can do, why you even here? Then you talking your husband down? Baby, you sound diagnosable. Okay, so either you desire to have a husband or you don't, but you turn him down because you a strong woman. You throwing it up in his face about how much you don't need him and this and this and this. I'm an independent woman. I've always been independent. Okay, baby, what do you want? Diagnosable? That's what I'm gonna call you. So you got to know what you want. Please don't turn your husband down. He knew you were strong. That's why he married you, because you were strong. And he may be the husband that is learning how to deal with your strength. But every time he turn around, you know, you sitting up here, you emotional. He trying to comfort you. And then you sit up and you get mad at him. Don't put your hands around me. I don't need you. I'm strong all by myself. Girl, what do you want? You better let that man comfort you. Like, I don't want to show no emotion in front of you. And see, this is what God was sharing with me on my way here to my destination. I said, God, you better say it, okay? Check this. Good morning, Mama Robinson. I love her. Check this. Now, we want our husbands. Now, remember and keep in mind, men were taught to be strong. They were taught not to show emotion, because if you are, you weak, you a punk, you sorry. Back in the day, I hate to, I don't mean to offend anybody with this word, but they used to say back in the day, you a sissy. That's what they used to say. You don't let no woman see you crying. That's a sissy move. And all this other kind of stuff. And so men were taught to be strong. And so even when they want to break down, they feel like they can't break down in front of us as wives, because the world has taught them to be strong. So you as a strong woman, you sitting up here and you saying, or woman period, let's just talk about wives. You're sitting up here and you saying, Well, I don't understand. I'm your wife. Am I not good enough for you to break down in front of me? Am I not good enough for you to tell me what's on your mind and how you feel and all these other kind of things? He don't know how to do that. And then he's wondering, if I do that, will you then talk about me and talk trash and tell me I'm weak and all these other kind of things? Now, y'all know I'm going to go somewhere with this, right? So, in saying that, a man is learning how to let his guard down. And I always encourage men, if you married her, she got your back, baby. She your Bonnie to your Clyde and all these other kind of things. She's your Eve to your Adam. Then learn how to show your wife your true feelings, okay? I know it's hard because society tell you not to do it. So somebody else telling you to do it is against the grain. I got it. But for us strong women, we do the same thing. We do the same thing because that man is so used to you. And this is what I don't like about you husbands. And I'm going to tell you that if you get to doing this, check yourself. Don't say I'm tripping, baby, because it's you. Okay. When your wife get to a point, because it irritates me. Let me stay on this topic and say what I'm going to say. When your wife get to a point, she's sitting in the corner, she crying her eyes out and stuff like that. What you need not to say, sir, is, well, what's wrong with you? Look at you. You acting all weak. You acting sorry. Don't put your mouth on her. What you need to do is be man and husband enough and go and hold her. Well, Shane, you don't understand. She don't let me hold her. Whatever the case may be. Wife, I'm going to need you not to be diagnosable and let that husband be a husband. No one ever taught me how to do that, Shane. Well, Shane teaching you now. Let your husband be a husband, okay? But, husband, I don't need you, or your wife don't need you to set up her and tear her down because she's having a weak moment. Just like wives, you shouldn't tear your husband down just because he's having a weak moment. That is sorry. Why would husbands and wives want to do that? Wife, if you need your husband, communicate to that man that you need him. Don't be setting up here and you living single and you acting all independent in your mind, but you basically living with your husband as a roommate. So if you want your husband to open up and share his feelings with you just because you strong, I share my feelings with my husband. I had to learn that. But I didn't always do that because why? I didn't want him to see me as being weak or whatever because he married such a strong woman. See, when it comes to strong people, and y'all have seen this a lot in memes and stuff on social media. When it comes to strong people, nobody ever check on a strong person. What they do is they continue to take from that strong person. They continue to put more on that strong person. Think about it at work. Y'all get paid to do, two people get paid to do the same job, but because this one over here do it more efficiently, have the work turned in on time, do it Colossians 3:23, do it in the spirit of excellence, then what will the supervisor do? And I can't stand supervisors like this. So if you're a supervisor, check yourself. But I never did do this. They won't hold the person that's not doing a job and playing around to the standard, but they push the stronger person to do more. They push the stronger person to pick up of the one who don't want to do the job. And that's the same thing when it comes to marriage. Husbands and wives, quit dumping just because your spouse is strong more things on them. Learn how to live in balance with them. Take that strength and use it for your good. And so that's why, me and my husband always encourage, sit down even in your marriage, even as individuals. I encourage husband, you do this, wife, do this. And I want you to look at the qualities, the strength, the strong qualities that your spouse possess. Okay. And I want you to communicate this out your mouth. This is something that I would do in session if I was with my clients, but communicate it out your mouth to your spouse. Baby, start off with, baby, I appreciate you, and then go down the list because you're strong, because you're beautiful, because you're capable, because you're this. You know what I'm saying? A strong person need to hear that. They don't need for you to continue to throw things more and more on them, and then when they break down, you talk about them. So, husbands, I've talked about where you could be diagnosable, and strong women, I've talked about where you could be diagnosable too. But if you do not know how to use that in which God has placed in you to be a blessing in your marriage, you're going to hinder your marriage. Okay. So today we're talking about being strong. My husband is fully capable and aware, and he knows, and we've talked about this. God forbid, baby, something happens to you. And like as the old folks say, God call you home to glory. Know that I'm going to continue to hold down our family. Know that, yes, I'm going to have my weak moments, but I got us. Just like when that man was deployed to war in Iraq, he didn't have to worry about anything back home because he knew his wife was strong, and I had us. us. You see what I'm saying? And I did the doggone thing. I ain't gonna take nothing away from me. Just like vice versa when it comes to our husbands. They strong. They push themselves. It's some husbands that's working 2 jobs. It's your husband's getting up going to work and he's in pain. He need his health taken care of. But he trying to remain strong for his family. Wives, what we don't need to do is talk that man down. We need to pray. We need to speak life into them and speak life over them. And husbands, you need to do the same thing. So husbands, brothers, if you got nothing else out of this video, this is what I need you to get. I need you to treat your strong wife just like, and care for your strong wife just like you did with that sorry, trifling, weak woman that you was with before her. I need you to stop. And I'm not trying to talk about people. I'm keeping it real. I need you to stop comparing your strong wife and trying to break her down to that weak woman that used you. Well, at least when it came to Lori, the thing I liked about her is she needed me. Why don't you just be man enough, husband enough, and say out your mouth, honey, I need you to need me. Okay, because that's what a lot of husbands need. Tell your honey that. But you comparing her to Lori, it ain't going to help in your marriage. It's going to cause World War III. So learn how to be an adult. Learn how to be a husband. Learn how to be a big boy. And use your words properly, okay? Because words have power, all right? Life and death is in the power of the tongue. And wives, if you strong, I need you to learn how to use your strength to better your marriage. Don't be trying to talk your husband down and make your husband weak and overshadow and overpower. When people look at me and my husband, that's the first thing they say. Well, Shan, because your voice is strong, it sounds like that you're strong in your marriage and your husband's weaker. The devil is a lie. My husband is very strong. Don't get caught up by what just because God put this command voice in me. I just know how to use it, and I know how to keep it quiet when me and my husband go out. I don't have a problem with being a strong woman and allowing my husband to shine, because when my husband look good, we look good. But see, when you're not mature in your marriage and mature in yourself, especially as a strong woman and don't know how to use that strength, then you wouldn't understand that. You wouldn't realize that. When the man of the house look good, the head of the house, when my king look good, we look good as a whole family. I don't have to take nothing away from that man. You see what I'm saying? How many of y'all can say that when it comes to y'all's marriages? Maybe not, right? Because I'm a strong woman and I'm too busy fighting for power in my marriage. Baby, if you line up with the word of God, well, Shan, you don't understand. He ain't doing what, we ain't talking about what he doing. You do your part. You do your part and he'll do his part. How about that? But what you need not to use your strength, and you tear your husband down, wives, or husbands, you don't know how to be with a strong woman. Just tell your wife that, baby, you so strong and you so, you handle things and stuff. I don't know how to be with a strong woman. Can you teach me? Or y'all learn together. But what you need not to do is tear each other down. So that's why, not trying to brag, I ain't even like that. But when people look at me and my husband, they see us out and about, they say, we just love y'all. I love y'all. Look at how y'all carry you all selves. Look at how y'all, because we had to learn how to do that. So I hope and pray that you got something out of this video on today. Like I always say, sure, because y'all just